Hello guys, welcome back. It's LenaLuciia. I actually wanted to talk to you guys about how you can feel cozy while you're on your period. This might be a weird topic, and also hi, if you're a boy, you might just consider clicking off, or maybe you're gonna watch this and like help out your girlfriend, help out your sister, help out your mom, help out your wife, whatever. Suffering for like 7 years is not fun, so I've learned some tips and tricks over the years that I just kind of wanted to share with you guys. So without further ado, let's get right into it. And actually step number 1, which is like the most important thing when you're on your period, is to get into comfy clothing. So since Luis actually just drove to his dad, I decided to step up into his clothes because that way at least like I have something that smells like him when he's gone. And so I just put some sweats on. This is honestly so important for me, is when I'm on my period I cannot wear like tight jeans or like a really uncomfortable top or something that's maybe also too cold. Especially in the winter, I really need my warmth, and especially when I'm losing like 500 milliliters of blood every day. So wearing something comfy is definitely the number 1 priority for me. Rule number 1 is definitely to get a hot water pillow. I think that's what they're called in English. We call them varmflashe. And this is basically just like a hot pillow, and this is honestly the biggest thing for me, and Luis constantly makes me a new one of these when I'm on my period because this just gives you the warmth that you need. I just recently got these bandages, and these are basically the warming pillows to go, and a lot smaller, and I actually have not tried them on, and the warmth just really releases all of your muscles, and then you just feel a lot better. So those are like the 2 main things for me, honestly, is to like stay warm, stay comfortable. There's also some stuff that you actually can do before you even get into your period to kind of reduce your cramps and reduce the way that you're feeling uncomfortably. And so I usually take some supplements before that actually. So I take magnesium to kind of try and lessen the muscles contracting, because obviously magnesium, you also take it when you have cramps, which those like are literally just cramps. I also take lots of iron because that's obviously what you're most deficient in as a woman, because you literally lose blood, so you also lose iron. So I take magnesium, iron, and then sometimes I also take vitamin C just to like help my body be more healthy, I guess. And I have tried this for the last couple of months, and I found out that it actually really helped me. Ever since I've done this, I haven't had like crazy cramps where I literally lay in bed and like cry because it's so bad. So I would definitely suggest that you try that, because I have not really known that, and it just makes sense to like pre-give your body what it then lacks of when it hurts. So these 3 things are definitely a good idea to try. Nobody ever told me, and I'm so happy that I like got this piece of information now to help me. Welcome to my bathroom, and we are here because step 4 would actually be take a bath. And unfortunately I live in a small apartment, so I didn't have a bathtub, but I would definitely suggest go take a bath. It's all about the combination of like warmth and relaxation that really helps me get through a period so much better. And since I do not have a bathtub, I will go straight to step number 5, which is pamper yourself. I mean literally just be good to yourself and do anything that makes you feel good. So for me, that is doing a face mask. So things like splurging on your skincare routine, or maybe doing an extra face mask, or putting in some nice conditioner into your hair, just anything that really helps you wind down, relax. Also, what I absolutely love, I've been using it at my mom's place, is a gua sha. I'm not too sure how it's pronounced, but those stones that you basically just pour over your face. These things look so amazing, and I've tried it at my mom's place and I absolutely loved it. So I think that would also be amazing on your period, to just like really relax your face and like drag all of the water out of it. I will definitely look into getting one myself because I just think that they are amazing. So while this face mask is setting in, I want to talk to you guys about something that is so important to me and that I'm actually so passionate about, and that I've kind of brought so many of my girlfriends away from, is to wear tampons. Because honestly, for me, wearing a tampon is just an absolute no-go. I have not worn one for literally years, and this obviously might not apply to you. So if you have a really light period and you don't have any cramps and you feel really fine and you just don't bleed a lot, this might not apply to you. But I have had, as I said, major cramps every single time, and also major blood loss. This might be too much information, but I literally would go through tampons like hourly. It was absolutely insane. And then for me, what's the problem is that once the tampon soaks up, me happens like multiple times during the day, it basically creates just like a lot of pressure in the abdominal region, which is exactly what I not want, because I already am having cramps and so much pressure in there already. So I really just did not like it. And then I also moved over to menstrual cups, which I also really love. But now something incredible, and that you might already have heard of it, and that is period panties. And for this section, I really want to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Taynie. I will also have them in the description down below. And Taynie is an absolutely amazing underwear brand that specializes on period underwear. So I have them with me right now, and I already unboxed them on my Instagram, so if you guys don't follow me on there, definitely check that out. Taynie sent me some of their underwear, and I tried them this last period, and I only wore Taynie. I did not wear a tampon, I did not wear a menstrual cup, I did not wear any panty liners or anything. I just wore them, and I must say that I'm so beyond impressed. So just to give you guys some information on what Taynie really stands for, so they don't use any biocides, they are 100% vegan and PETA approved. They carry sizes up to 11XL, so they are very inclusive. They also have lots of really nice colors on their website. Their packaging is completely recycled and recyclable. They actually do have a really cool technology of like multiple layers within their underwear, so that like the first layer, this layer that's like closest to your skin, immediately absorbs the liquid and does keep dry, so it doesn't become like humid and weird and wet inside of your panties. And there's one layer that completely absorbs all of the liquid. There's also one that is like drip proof, so there's nothing leaking, and then obviously there's the lining that is part of the outside panty. So these are really safe to wear. I actually wore them for like university when I had sport. I wore them at night throughout the whole thing. I wore them just going out, and I felt completely safe all along. I did not once fear that I was dripping through, so these were absolutely amazing. They can allegedly hold up to 70 milliliters, which is almost 7 tampons, and you are definitely allowed to wear these 10 to 12 hours. I did wear them all day round, so I wore like one for 12 hours and then the second one for 12 hours, and I did not feel uncomfortable with them at all. They are really absolutely amazing. They do keep dry. I tried it, and I am the right person to try it, let me say it like that. And they are not using any silver chlorides, which most of the other period companies actually do, which is like a really nasty chemical that you should definitely not have on your skin. And also, women actually use up to 17,000 tampons in their life, which is quite insane if you think about all the cotton that's been used, about all the plastic that is always used, all the cartons, all the energy that is used to produce tampons. So it's also not the most sustainable thing to do. These are definitely an investment, but they are in the end a lot cheaper for your wallet and also a lot better for the planet. Hey guys, it's Editing Lena, and I did ask the team for a code for you guys, and I actually got one. So Lena10 you can use for 10% off even on items that are on sale, so it's a lot cheaper for you. So I would highly recommend trying them out. I can only speak very highly of them. As I said, I tried them on, and they actually did send me 3 different styles, and if you are in between sizes, I would size up a bit just so that they are a bit more comfortable, because they did send me the ultra deluxe panties in a size small, and these fit perfectly. And they also sent me these, and they're in a size extra small, and they still fit, but they don't fit perfectly. So I would definitely recommend sizing up. On how you're supposed to use them is you wear them, and then basically when you're done with them, you just wash them out quickly in cold waters. You just hang them and dry them, and then the next time obviously you wash, you just put them in the washer, and they're good to go. They should not be washed over 60 degrees though, just so not to destroy the layers that are worked within the panties. And also you should not dry them, and also not iron them. But obviously, like, I don't dry anything besides my bed sheets, and I don't even have an iron board. Is that what it's called? Yes, these are definitely absolutely amazing, and I would love for you to try them out, or to try period panties in general, because they have really changed my period as of comfort and also as of sustainability. So check them out, they're in the link below, and let's get on with the video. Tip 7 is to have a good meal, and I actually already ate with Louis before he left for his dad's place. I'm just gonna snack it a little more. And I feel like when I'm on my period, my cramps are just so bad that I don't even want to put anything into my body. But as soon as I do, I always feel better. If you're living by yourself, try to pre-cook some of your favorite comfy meals that are also not too heavy and are really easy to just heat up or cook on the spot, or maybe ask your loved ones or your mom to cook your favorite dinner for you, because at the end of the day, not giving your body the nutrition it needs is always a bad idea, no matter what you do. So even if you are in pain, you should still try to provide for your body a good, healthy, and nutritious meal, even though you might not like it. And honestly, when I'm on my period, I always snack a lot more, so maybe just like make a batch of brownies along with it. Cheers. Tip number 8 is to meditate and or do some gentle yoga exercises or a gentle yoga practice. Bless me. Gentle movement is actually very beneficial, and also movement that is very circular. Like if your period is not that bad, swimming for example is an absolutely amazing idea, or cycling, or just going for a brisk nice walk, because it kind of distracts your body from just cramping up, and it like releases endorphins obviously every time you are active, and also just a lot nicer to not just only lay in bed but also kind of get out of bed. And yoga for me is the best way to kind of still feel good and still do something for my body while I'm on my period. And there's tons of yoga videos for stress relief, for cramps relief, for yoga when you're on your period, and most of them are absolutely amazing. I've tried some myself and they're just really nice. They just really focus on gentle stretches, on relaxation, on breathing, and so it's actually a really good idea. And ever since I kind of forced myself to get back into exercising, aka doing yoga while I am on my period, I feel a lot better afterwards. So it's definitely a good idea to try that and to give it a go. Okay, so for tip number 9, I just wanted to give you guys a little heads up that it's okay to feel different and to feel a bit down when you're on your period. And what really made me realize that I just am different and I just feel different and my body feels different when I'm on period is actually a chart. I will insert it somewhere around here, and this basically just says that your cycle can be seen as like seasons on Earth. So every time you go on your period, it's kind of like winter, so you want to be really cozy, you want to end all of the projects that you have, you want to do some easy tasks, you want to be gentle, you want to sleep a lot. Then for spring, which is kind of like after your period, when like ovulations, I think is what it's called, ovulation. So basically when your egg is forming is when you can, feel refreshing again, you can start new projects, you can really focus on being productive, you can focus on also being social. And then summer is basically when you have your fertile window, so that's when you are probably the most happy, the most engaged, the most productive, the most active also with your fitness routine. So it's also okay to step back from your fitness or workout routine when you're on your period. And then fall is basically PMS, and I don't know if you guys know what PMS is. It's premenstrual syndrome. Some girls don't even know about it and they don't feel it at all. For me, PMS is like when I can feel my hormones working the most. So I literally have days and I'm so freaking annoyed at everything, and I'm such a positive person usually, but then I'm so annoyed and I literally just want to start crying and like screaming, and I'm just like, what is happening? And then I look into my cycle tracker, which you should definitely also do, and I just see like, oh hey, I'm on my PMS, and then it's like all fine because I have a reason for being a bitch, which is kind of crazy, but that's what fall represents, is like PMSing. And then you should obviously try to be gentle to yourself, not be too stressed, and like get into the mood of being on your period. So I do definitely understand that it's annoying to not always be, productive and happy and social and all that stuff, but you definitely just need to know that it's okay to feel different. And ever since I kind of accepted that for myself, I feel a lot better during my cycle. Yeah, it's okay to feel different. Tip number 10 is to read and relax. I am currently reading Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. It's like a huge historic drama. I've been really enjoying this and I try to prioritize this a lot. There's times when I just am not able to read whatsoever. Usually that happens when I'm on exams, or also actually when we go surfing, because then there's just so much going on that I don't have time to read. But reading is very important to me and I just really love it, having it in my routine. And this is also most of the nights is part of my night routine, and even if it's just for 10 minutes, at least I'm I have read something and I have done something for my mind and not only scrolling. And I think this is also really important when you're on your period, because I always feel bloated, I always feel awful, I feel ugly, I feel, you know, disgusted because there's literally blood coming out of me. Like, it's just not a good time. It's just really not a good time if we gotta be honest. So if we then go onto social media and literally look at all these beautiful girls and women having flat stomachs, having, also I'm always have pimples, like at least one when you get on my period, and like having beautiful clear skin, jumping around on beaches, that's just not the vibe that I want when I'm on my period. I just want to lay in bed, cuddle, and like not talk to anybody. So reading is definitely a way of relaxing, especially in the evening. So I absolutely love it. It's always part of my routine. And yeah. Okay, we are back where we started, and last but certainly not least, I'm gonna give you one more bonus tip, which is not really a tip, it's just like a change of mindset. So I want to encourage you to embrace your period and see the benefits of it, because obviously it's awful, it's annoying, it's painful, it's really like unnecessary, it feels unnecessary, it's very much a burden if it really affects your day-to-day life. I definitely am a good judge for that, but I also want to say that it's actually a really nice and a really beautiful thing. Exactly because you have your period and exactly because you go through that pain and through that discomfort, you are able to literally bear a child. And I know that's like a big thing to say, but I don't know, it's just like maybe good to keep in mind that there's always a reason for something, and there's also always a good side to things. So, you know, even though you are very uncomfortable and very much not feeling yourself, you are able to set new life into this world, which sounds a bit cheesy, but I really just want to say that that's also to just have in mind, because that's, I think, like the most beautiful thing that can ever happen to a woman. So definitely don't forget the good things. There is something good in everything. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Actually, that you girls enjoyed this video. I don't think a guy is watching anymore at this point. I really do hope that some of these tips may help you. If you do have any more tips that you want to share, definitely leave them in the comments down below. I would love to also learn from you guys. And let me know how all of these tips go, if they helped you at all. If you liked some of them, if you didn't like some of them, I would definitely love to have a conversation. And definitely don't forget to check out period panties and check out Taynie. I will have them in the link down below. They are absolutely amazing. I've loved trying them out, and I will never ever go back to usual panty liners. Hands down. Best thing I ever purchased. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I will see you guys in the next one. I love you. Bye bye.